Missy Elliott, hip-hop legend and music pioneer, has kept a secret for years. Rumors have been swirling around her for over a decade. But now, Missy is finally speaking out. What happened? What is the mystery behind her Graves' disease? Let's find out the truth from Missy Elliott's own words. A wounded journey. Before becoming one of the most successful female hip-hop artists of all time, Missy Elliott had a difficult childhood. Born in 1971 in Portsmouth, Virginia, she grew up in an environment filled with domestic violence. Her father, Ronnie Elliott, was a veteran, but he was also a man with a hot temper, often beating his wife and children. Memories of domestic violence haunted Missy throughout her childhood. In many interviews with the media, she said that her father was not only violent towards her mother, Patricia, but also often threatened her. One of Patricia's most painful memories was when Ronnie pointed a gun at her, declaring that everything was over. Missy, then a small child, panicked and ran to her relatives for help. Living in that house was a nightmare every day. Missy had to watch her every move, fearing that one day her father would do something worse. She once begged, "Please, Dad, don't kill my mom. Don't do it." Finally, after Missy's 14th birthday, her mother made a brave decision. She packed her belongings, took her daughter away from that violent man, and started a new life. Since childhood, Missy had nurtured the dream of becoming a music star. She was not afraid to express her ambition to her classmates, but instead of receiving support, she was ridiculed. Her friends laughed at her when she declared that she would become a superstar. However, Missy did not let the criticism discourage her. She poured all her emotions into music. In her tiny bedroom, she wrote lyrics on the wall, to the point that her mother warned her, "You're not going out on the weekend if I see another song on the wall." Not only was she ridiculed by her friends, but even her family didn't believe Missy could make it. When her finances got tough, they advised her to give up her dream and find a stable job. Some even suggested she join the army, but Missy flatly refused. "I'm too fat to join the army. Where am I going?" Despite all the pressure, Missy never gave up. She continued to write songs, hone her skills, and believe in her abilities. Missy's journey to success began when she met Timbaland, a talented producer who helped shape her musical style. The two quickly realized their chemistry and worked together to create unique melodies. One of the biggest turning points in Missy's career was when she and Timbaland collaborated to produce Aaliyah's album, 1 in a Million. This album catapulted Aaliyah to stardom, while also establishing Missy and Timbaland's position in the music industry. With a fresh sound, songs like If Your Girl Only Knew, 1 in a Million, Hot Like Fire, and 4-Page Letter quickly became hits. Missy not only composed but also contributed vocals to many songs, helping her gain more recognition in the professional world. The success of 1 in a Million opened the door for Missy and Timbaland to collaborate with many other famous artists such as Total, Nicole Ray, and Destiny's Child. They also wrote Aaliyah's final hit, I Care For You, a song with special meaning. But things couldn't stay that way for long. Tragedy struck. In 2001, a heartbreaking event rocked Missy's life. Aaliyah died in a tragic plane crash while returning from the Bahamas after filming the music video for Rock the Boat. Aaliyah's death was not only a huge loss for the music industry, but also left a deep wound in the hearts of those close to her, especially Missy and Timbaland. However, after Aaliyah's death, a series of rumors began to appear, revolving around her relationship with two powerful figures in the music industry, Jay-Z and Damon Dash. Damon Dash, Aaliyah's boyfriend at the time of her death, revealed that both he and Jay-Z had pursued her. According to Damon, Jay-Z was not happy when he learned that Damon was moving forward with Aaliyah. This led to tensions between them, leading many to speculate that there were secrets behind the young singer's death. However, there is no concrete evidence to prove these rumors. But for Missy Elliott, the loss of Aaliyah is something that cannot be replaced. Aaliyah was not only a colleague, but also a close friend of hers. However, besides her illustrious career, Aaliyah's life ended tragically when she was only 22 years old. On August 25, 2001, Aaliyah and her film crew were involved in a tragic plane crash in the Bahamas. Her death not only shocked fans, but also gave rise to many theories about the real cause behind the accident. One of the most controversial theories is the involvement of the Illuminati and Jay-Z, one of the most powerful figures in the music industry. There has been much speculation surrounding the relationship between Jay-Z and Aaliyah. Although Aaliyah is best known for her relationship with Rockefeller Records co-founder Damon Dash, Jay-Z was also said to have had feelings for her. According to some industry sources, Jay-Z pursued Aaliyah for a while, but was unsuccessful. This became a hot topic when Jay-Z later married Beyoncé, who many noted had a similar musical style and appearance to Aaliyah. Some believe that Aaliyah's rejection of Jay-Z may have been the reason for her troubles. Jay-Z, with his vast influence in the industry, is believed to have links to the Illuminati, a mysterious organization that is suspected of manipulating the entertainment industry, controlling top artists, and even eliminating those who do not follow their rules. Some conspiracy theories suggest that the Illuminati approached Aaliyah with the hope that she would join this secret society, but she refused. This is considered a dangerous decision, as many celebrities in the past have been said to have had suspicious incidents after publicly speaking out against the Illuminati. What further fuels this conspiracy theory is Aaliyah's words in a brief interview in Paris a few weeks before her death. When asked about her dreams, she shared something that made fans shudder. "In my favorite dream, everything was dark. Someone was watching me. I didn't know why. I was scared. Then, all of a sudden, I flew. I flew away, far away. No one could reach me. No one could touch me. It was a great feeling." Conspiracy theorists believe that this dream was not only a premonition, but could also reflect the fact that she felt threatened by some force. Notably, the image of flying in the dream coincided with her death in a plane crash just a few weeks later. Another notable detail is that right before Aaliyah boarded that fateful flight, she expressed concern about the overloaded plane. A witness who was present at the time recalled that Aaliyah initially did not want to board the plane and asked to rest. However, a member of the film crew pressured her to move immediately. This begs the question, was someone deliberately pushing her to get on that plane? Of all those closest to Aaliyah, Missy Elliott was perhaps the most devastated by the loss of her spiritual sister. The two had collaborated on many musical projects, and Missy has always considered Aaliyah to be a profound influence on her career. After Aaliyah's death, Missy Elliott devoted much of her time to remembering and honoring her friend. One of the most moving ways she expressed her feelings was through music. Missy's song "Take Away," released in late 2001, was an emotional tribute to Aaliyah. The music video for the song featured iconic imagery and emotional lyrics as Missy said goodbye to her most beloved friend. On January 16, 2024, what would have been Aaliyah's 46th birthday, Missy Elliott posted a touching message on social media. She wrote, "Generations will always know your name, Aaliyah. Your music, your style, and your big heart will never be forgotten. You will live on in the music, in the memories, and in the hearts of those who loved you." She also sent her love to Rashad Horton, Aaliyah's brother, who has always preserved and protected her legacy. Rashad collaborated with Mattel to create a Barbie doll in Aaliyah's image as a way to honor this music icon. Missy Elliott could not hide her emotions when witnessing this and affirmed, "Your sister would be so proud of you, Rashad. She will always be watching over you from heaven." Despite all the pain and challenges, Missy Elliott still rose strongly. She became one of the most influential female artists in hip-hop history, breaking many barriers in the music industry. With hits like Get a Freak On, Work It, Lose Control, and Pass That Dutch, Missy left an indelible mark. She was not only a rapper and singer, but also a talented producer and songwriter who changed the face of feminist hip-hop. Looking back, it can be seen that Missy Elliott is a clear example of how art can help people overcome their greatest pain. From a girl who suffered from domestic violence to a music legend, Missy's journey is an inspiring story. But her story does not stop there. Entering her later years, Missy had to face Graves' disease, a condition that affects the thyroid gland. This disease forced her to change her lifestyle, limiting her performing activities. However, Missy never gave up on music. So how will Missy Elliott's journey continue? What surprises will she bring in her career? Stay tuned to discover the next chapters in this inspiring story. Missy Misdemeanor Elliott, a legendary artist born in Portsmouth, Virginia, has had a challenging journey in her career and personal life. One of her biggest obstacles was Graves' disease, an autoimmune disorder that affects the thyroid gland. Missy kept her health condition private for many years, continuing to dedicate herself to music despite the difficulties the disease caused. However, in the late 2000s, she was forced to take a break from the spotlight to focus on treatment, a silent battle with Graves' disease. Graves is an autoimmune disease in which the immune system mistakenly attacks the thyroid gland, causing it to overproduce hormones. This leads to a variety of physical and mental problems, including uncontrolled weight loss, rapid heartbeat, excessive sweating, extreme fatigue, hair loss, and even vision problems like bulging eyes. Missy first noticed changes in her body in 2008, when she began to lose control of her motor skills. Simple tasks like holding a pen, driving, or even balancing while walking became difficult. She described that there were days when just holding a pen was a huge challenge. It felt like my body was no longer mine. Missy shared in an interview with People, "There were times when I felt extremely tired, dizzy, had mood swings, and couldn't concentrate. I was afraid I would never be able to perform again." Graves' disease has no cure, but it can be managed with a variety of methods. Missy underwent radiation therapy to her thyroid, combined with medication to regulate her hormones. However, she also realized that mental health plays an important role in the treatment process. For about 3 years, Missy virtually disappeared from the music scene, only occasionally appearing in a few music production projects for other artists. She focused entirely on her recovery, changing her diet and exercising regularly under the guidance of her doctor. By 2011, Missy had unexpectedly returned to the stage with a completely new look. She revealed that she had stopped taking medication and was controlling Graves' disease mainly through a healthy lifestyle. She shared, "I learned to listen to my body, avoid bad foods, and focus on exercise. I feel stronger than ever." Although there are still times when she has pain in her legs or knees, Missy affirmed that compared to the early years of her illness, she has improved a lot. With a unique musical style, pioneering the use of electronic sound effects and experimenting with different genres. In the 2000s, she created a series of hits, not only for herself, but also for famous artists such as Aaliyah, Beyoncé, Janet Jackson, and Ciara. Although she has been out of the spotlight for a while, Missy has been quietly working behind the scenes, contributing to shaping the music industry. She once said, "Music is my blood. I may not be on stage, but I will never stop making music." In addition to her health challenges, Missy was recently embroiled in a scandal when some people thought she had made a reference to Nicki Minaj in a social media post. The Nicki Minaj scandal. It all started with a simple tweet from Missy Elliott, but it quickly turned into a controversial topic on social media. Her tweets simply asked the question, "Is there a difference between a hit and a classic record? If so, What is the difference? The question may sound like a topic of discussion about music, but given the sensitivity of the Twitter fan community, it was taken in a completely different light. At the time, Nicki Minaj had just celebrated the success of her song Super Freaky Girl, which had reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. This was a major milestone for Nicki, as she became the first female solo rapper in over 2 decades to achieve this feat. So some of Nicki's fans, also known as the Barbs, felt that Missy's tweet was a reference to their idol's success. On Twitter, things can escalate very quickly. Nicki's fans began to accuse Missy of trying to undermine Nicki's success by making a distinction between hits and classics. They felt that Missy was suggesting that while Super Freaky Girl might be a hit, it wasn't necessarily a classic. Immediately, social media went into overdrive. The debate over whether Missy was taking a dig at Nicki quickly spread, sparking a heated debate among the two fan communities. Some even went as far as to compare Missy Elliott and Nicki Minaj's influence in the music industry, making arguments about the legacy of both artists. In the face of backlash, Missy Elliott quickly spoke up to clarify her stance. She insisted that her tweet was not directed at Nicki Minaj or anyone else in the music industry. She stressed that her question was purely out of curiosity and meant to spark a discussion about how the public differentiates a hit from a classic. It's a topic that music industry insiders often debate. Does a chart-topping song have lasting value? Missy also expressed her disappointment at the negative comments directed at her over a seemingly harmless question. She said that she has always respected other artists and never intended to undermine anyone's success. Missy Elliott and Nicki Minaj have never had a public feud before. In the past, Nicki has even expressed admiration for Missy, calling her one of the most influential female rappers in the music industry. As an icon in rap, Missy Elliott has always supported the younger generation of artists. She has repeatedly emphasized that the success of today's female rappers is something to celebrate, as the music industry used to be very harsh on women in hip-hop. After Missy's explanation, some Nicki fans retracted their criticism, but some continue to spread the idea that Missy is deliberately polishing her name by causing controversy. However, most neutral viewers realized that this was just a misunderstanding that was amplified on social media, where things can easily be twisted and escalated. This incident is a prime example of how social media can turn a simple statement into a huge controversy. Platforms like Twitter often create an environment where things can be interpreted in many different ways, especially when it comes to celebrities with large fan bases. Fame comes with controversy and misunderstandings. Missy Elliott has recently been at the center of 2 major controversies, one over royalties from Bad Bunny's Sapphire and a legal battle over copyrights for songs she co-wrote in the 1990s. Music controversy. It all started when Joel, a famous Puerto Rican reggaeton artist and one of the songwriters who helped write Bad Bunny's Sapphire, shared in an interview how much royalties he received from the song. According to Joel, although he had previously earned between 15 and 30% of the royalties for his song when Sapphire was released, his royalties were drastically reduced to just 1%. This is because the song contains several samples from older tracks, including a sample from Missy Elliott's classic hit, Get Your Freak On. As such, Missy and the other artists whose songs were sampled receive a percentage of the royalties. Following Joel's interview, many Bad Bunny fans took to social media to express their outrage, claiming that Missy Elliott was sucking off younger artists and taking a large portion of the song's profits. The discussion quickly escalated, with many accusing Missy of not deserving the money and of using her fame to profit off of new artists. An Ariana Grande fan Twitter account came to Missy's defense, criticizing Joel for inciting irrational hatred towards Missy. "Thank you for all the hate your interview has caused, Missy." The account wrote, if he had explained that there were 6 samples and 15 other writers involved in the song, they probably wouldn't have attacked Missy for nothing. Jowl later responded on Twitter, expressing his indifference to the controversy. "Fuck that. Let them enjoy their money. Aren't you and I enjoying it too? Let them have their fun and talk about something else." Missy Elliott, who usually stays quiet in the face of controversy, decided to speak up this time to clarify the truth. She denied the accusation that she took almost all of the royalties from the song. "It's sad that you fooled all these people into thinking I got 99% of the royalties. I don't like talking about social media business, but since this has gone too far, I have to clarify. I only got 25%, and there were 6 other samples and 15 other writers involved in this song. Everyone got their share." Joel later clarified that there had been a misunderstanding in his interview, that he had never wanted that Missy took 99% of the royalties. He also admitted that there had been some loss of information in translation when the interview was released to the international press. Missy appreciated Jowl's clarification, but she stressed that it was important to always get the facts straight from the start to avoid any unfortunate misunderstandings. She responded politely but pointedly, "I'm glad you mentioned that there were a lot of samples and that other musicians also got their share. We all know how the music industry works." Jowl then unexpectedly suggested a future collaboration. "We should do a song together from scratch. We've always admired you. My Puerto Rican side also loves the way you respond to my tweets." In addition to the royalties controversy, Missy Elliott is also embroiled in a legal battle with music producer Terry Williams. Williams claims that he and Missy co-wrote 5 songs in the 1990s, but when the songs were released, Missy did not credit him as co-writer. Missy denied the allegations and claimed that she did not even know Williams at the time the songs were written. However, with both sides giving conflicting accounts, the judge explained that Heartbroken was on Aaliyah's smash album 1 in a Million, one of the biggest hits of the 90s. So Williams should have realized years ago that his name wasn't included in the credits. There is a statute of limitations for filing a copyright claim, and in the case of Heartbroken, that statute of limitations has long since expired. However, the case involving 4 sister songs will still go to trial. The judge said there was enough evidence to suggest Williams may have had a hand in the writing process, and a jury will decide whether he deserves credit. In addition to the copyright and money disputes, Missy Elliott has also been embroiled in another controversy over her longtime collaborator Timbaland's controversial comments about Britney Spears. Timbaland has worked with Justin Timberlake and appears to have sided with Justin during the tensions between Justin and Britney. Controversial comments. In an interview, Timbaland said some unkind things about Britney, which angered her fans. Missy Elliott, who has always stood for fairness and respect, has called on Timbaland to apologize to Britney for his thoughtless comments. It all started when Britney Spears' memoir, The Woman in Me, was officially released on October the 24th, 2023. This is a deeply personal book where Britney not only reveals the difficult moments in her life, but also shares previously unknown hidden corners. She talks about her broken relationship with Justin Timberlake, the psychological difficulties and infidelity during their time together, especially the unwanted pregnancy and the pain of having to face that difficult decision. These revelations quickly attracted public attention and caused a stir in public opinion. In this context, Timbaland, a close friend of Justin and a famous music producer, made public opinion angry when making disrespectful comments about Britney. In a video clip, Timbaland called Britney crazy and joked that Justin needed to shut that girl up. These words not only offended Britney, but also hurt her fans. People thought that Timbaland was disrespectful to Britney, who has gone through a lot of hardships throughout her career. Not stopping there, Timbaland later apologized, but many felt that his apology lacked sincerity. In a live stream video on TikTok, he explained that he was just looking at the incident from a different perspective. Timbaland also admitted that it was his longtime friend Missy Elliott who texted him asking him to apologize to Britney. She disagreed with what Timbaland said and emphasized that he needed to make amends. Many of Britney's fans expressed their gratitude and admiration for Missy for standing up for her friend. This is also not the first time Missy has shown support for women in the music industry. Missy Elliott, through a challenging journey, has proven to the world that she is one of the greatest icons in the music industry. When she became an artist in the late 90s, she faced many difficulties, not only in her career, but also in the judgments from society and the music industry. From New York, Missy and Timbaland tried to rise in a music industry that was still very conservative and full of discrimination. She was criticized for her appearance, being told that she was too fat to be a singer. Those words almost broke her, but Missy never gave up. She was determined to prove that no matter how many difficulties she encountered, she could still shine in her way. Instead of giving up, Missy chose the creative path and turned to songwriting. She and Timbaland began writing songs for other artists, and soon their efforts paid off. One of their biggest successes was when they created the song "If Your Girl Only Knew" for Aaliyah, one of the biggest hits of the 90s. This success not only brought fame to Missy and Timbaland, but also marked an important turning point in their careers. Although Missy lost weight and changed her image, she always maintained her style. She always asserted that she was an independent individual and would not change to fit the expectations of the music industry. She once shared that Missy will always be Missy, which clearly showed her loyalty to herself and never succumbed to outside pressure. She did not follow the rules that the music industry imposed on women, especially the image of women having to always be sexy and wearing skimpy clothes. Over time, Missy Elliott became a model of difference and creativity. Her music videos were unlike any other female hip-hop artist of the time. She challenged the rules of gender, of female image in music, and created unique, individual music products. Introduced as the Queen of Rap and First Lady of Hip-Hop, Missy not only took the stage, but also changed the way people viewed women in the music industry. However, her journey was not easy. The rap industry was still largely dominated by men, and Missy had to work twice as hard as others to gain recognition. As a woman in the rap world, she had to prove herself, which was not an easy challenge. In an interview, Missy shared that women always face more difficulties in life, not only in music, but in all fields. Those challenges did not discourage her, but only made her more resilient and determined to assert herself. With perseverance and talent, Missy Elliott has successfully overcome all difficulties and become one of the biggest names in the history of hip-hop music. She is not only a talented rapper, but also a songwriter, producer, and an icon of style and creativity. Her debut album, Super Duper Fly, was released in 1997 and was an instant hit. Missy Elliott's musical style has brought a breath of fresh air to the music industry, with catchy melodies and unique visuals in her music videos. Songs like The Rain, Super Duper Fly, and Sock It To Me have become iconic not only because of the music, but also because of the fantastical visuals and impressive fashion style that she brings. Her videos stand out for their limitless creativity, from eccentric outfits and unique visual effects to innovative choreography. One of Missy Elliott's great contributions to the music industry is her ability to create a fresh and innovative sound, combining elements such as hip-hop. They have learned not only from her music, but also from the way she pushed boundaries and continued to express her individuality. Missy is more than just an artist. She is a pioneer in creating a space where women can express their talents without being constrained by outdated industry standards. Missy Elliott is also one of the most awarded artists in her career. She has won 4 Grammy Awards, and her 40 million album sales worldwide have made her the best-selling female rapper of all time. She is also the first female rapper to be inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, a special achievement that marks the recognition of her songwriting talent and contributions to music. One of the most memorable moments in her career was when she received the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award at the MTV Video Music Awards, honoring her irreplaceable contributions to the music industry through her innovative and distinctive music videos. In 2020, Missy was named by Billboard as one of the greatest music video artists of all time, reflecting her great influence in the field. By 2021, she had her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, a symbol of recognition for her outstanding contributions to the entertainment industry. A year later, in 2023, Missy became the first female rapper to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, an honor that not many artists have achieved. Recently, in 2024, Missy Elliott was honored again with the National Medal of Arts, a prestigious award for individuals who have made outstanding contributions to the arts and culture. This recognition not only affirms her talent, but also recognizes her contributions to changing the face of music, especially for female artists in the music industry. From the initial difficulties when faced with prejudice about her appearance and criticism of her abilities in a male-dominated industry, Missy persevered and always remained true to herself. She has proven that creativity and talent cannot be limited by rigid stereotypes. Missy Elliott's legacy is not only music, but also her entrepreneurial spirit and ability to break all barriers. She is truly an icon, not only in music, but also in popular culture, a pioneer that future generations of artists always look up to and learn from. What do you think about Missy Elliott's impact on the music industry? How has she changed the way we view and enjoy music? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel